welcome to Monorant's Gen V, the only Gen V podcast that can't make its mind up about Kate. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and with me is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
I'm convinced they're using her.
Yeah, that's the short version.
I think they're using her. I think they've drugged her in some way. I really do, because there's a couple of things in this where it's commented that she's like one of the most powerful soups in the year.
There's a few
she doesn't like
things that have raised flags for us, shall we say.
I am very suspicious of the sheer amount of medication she has.
Yeah, well, there was one or two things in the last episode and a few more things in this episode, and combined we have gone from Kate's a bitch to, oh, Kate's quite nice to, I'm not so sure about Kate to, no, she's definitely on their
There's
side.
something going
whether she
on
knows
with
or not.
Kate, yeah.
But yeah, no, halfway through the season now. Properly getting into it, but this was another damn good episode.
This episode felt really short.
It did, and I didn't
like,
take anywhere near as many notes.
Aww.
I think it was just because it wasn't like, whereas the other episodes have been kind of an A story and a B story fairly even. This was mostly just Tek Knight, yay.
Yeah.
And then
I'm fucking delighted with Tek Knight. Tek Knight gave me everything I needed. They gave me the Tek Knight bits I wanted and even better.
Yeah, but just in general, four of the 6 main characters are tied up with the Tek Knight stuff, and then Sam and Emma are out on their own, and they're not that they're not important in this episode, but they take up much less screen time, and I think that kind of because it's mostly all the Tek Knight stuff, and
the Emma and Sam stuff
quickly.
Is really everything that happens in that. It's better that they're alone. I think the way that they bond to each other, and the way that his psychosis is manifesting as well. Is really interesting, and that he's aware of it and he doesn't want to hurt her. And I keep forgetting that Queen Maeve can super jump.
You do keep forgetting that Queen Maeve can super jump.
It's because she can fly in the graphic novel.
Yeah, I know. But every time I'm like, the first episode, the very first thing we see
when she causes unnecessary property damage to that poor woman's windows.
That's what you say every time, so I'm surprised you don't remember
The
it.
Homelander also does shit like that too, and he can fucking fly.
He doesn't run along the sides of buildings.
No, it's because he's too fucking lazy.
Property damage, yes.
Yeah.
But she comics, yes, she can fly. This, no.
And it's just one of those things. I was like, yeah, she can fly. Because especially when
we've not seen her super jump. We've
seen her super land when she shows up to the Girls Get It Done. When they all show up to kick the absolute shite out of Stormfront before she becomes Stumpfront.
Yes. Yeah, no, she can. We've never seen it properly in the same way that we see it with Sam in this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, she can jump pretty high, at least high enough to run along the side of buildings anyway. But yeah, no, as for this episode, Dad really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Called The Whole Truth. Yeah.
Why the O is just ever so slightly bigger than everything else?
I mean...
everything about it. The fact that it's your man who was Donnie, I've forgotten his name. I loved him as Donnie. I think he was actually my favourite part.
Derek something, I think. I could be way off. Anyway, he's fucking deadly.
I absolutely adored him as
he was great.
Donnie.
He was great as Donnie in Preacher. He was in like 4
I think as well because
episodes.
Donnie was a created character and he just hey, look, it's the bunny man. Just killed me.
Donnie was very, very... There is a character called Donnie in Preacher.
But he's not.
Yeah, he's a non-character.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any lines. He's just constantly told, shut up, Donnie.
Yeah.
But in this, he's just amazing as Tek Knight.
He's so smarmy. And he's so fucking up himself. And he's just like...
His whole Anchorman, the Human Torch was denied a bank loan thing. You know, I slit a sheet I slit thing.
Oh, all his vocal exercises?
Yeah, the Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
Yeah. All his vocal exercise and everything he does when he does the count-in, he's like, of course, I'll count myself in, and he gets to 1 and then points at himself. His ego is so fucking massive.
It's great. But yeah, before we...
But also the fact that they're all terrified of him because he hurts people.
We'll get onto it, because otherwise we'll just get distracted and talk about Tek Knight for the whole episode.
He's so good.
This episode was brought to us by director Steve Boyum, who did season 2, episode 3
and
of
has
The
done
Boys.
stunts in pretty much every movie.
He's like 75 stunt credits or something.
Predator, Falling Down, Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, he's been working since the 70s in stunts.
His last stunt credit is 2006, which fair enough.
He's done like Black Sails and stuff like that. But yeah, we talked about him in season 2, episode 3. So go and listen to that if you want to find out exactly what he's done. And the writer was Jessica Cho. It's me in pronunciations, but she
Derek Wilson is Tek Knight.
Derek Wilson. At least I was right with Derek. Yeah. Sorry, Jessica Chu wrote season 3, episode 6, Herogasm. Mm-hmm. A fantastic episode, so thanks to them and everybody involved as ever. And
one of your favourite lines happens in Herogasm.
Which?
The big boy.
It's gone. The beautiful brown bear, something
Come
like that.
Come here, you beautiful brown bear.
Yeah. Throwing ropes. Anyway. Shall we do a summary?
The behind the scenes of that scene is so funny because he is so genuinely disgusted with what happens.
There's behind the scenes in this episode that I definitely want to see, and I make reference to it in the summary, which I am now going to do. It's episode 4 and love is in the air. Well, love and bits of exploded penis. As Sam and Emma hide after their breakout from the woods, they start to form a connection. And while the rest of the gang want to find them, they suddenly have bigger problems. Tek Knight is on campus to investigate Golden Boy and he's looking for someone to blame. And anything remotely shaped like a hole.
Yeah.
Like that man, we have a saying in Ireland. Well, I don't know if it's just in Ireland, but the whole, any hole's a goal. And he takes that literally.
Oh, Jesus, if it stopped fast enough, he'd put his dick in it.
It just
and the audacity as well, because like some of the footage is in broad fucking daylight.
Oh yeah, like, and not like secluded areas at all.
Oh no, car parks. No. Like longing gazes at things.
Who was filming him in the toilets at the very end?
Oh, you know,
when it's Missy Elliott.
That had to, because he switches it on, and I'm like, that has to hurt. Like, I can imagine, because some of those old hand dryers like will melt your fucking skin off.
Oh yeah, but of all the things
bucket, like
to do with Tek Knight's like sexiness, it's the way he fingers that roll of sellotape.
Yeah,
that's the one that had me dying. Partly because it was just a hint of what was to come, but also just the way that it's done is so fucking.
Because you kind of they throw you at the start, because when he's introduced, he laughs at the line.
When he gets to the real fucking double entendre,
he laughs at that and he's like, "Come on, guys, that's childish."
Plunging the depths, I think, is the line.
Yeah, and he cracks up at that and is like, "Right, we'll go again."
Yeah, but no, he's just so good.
Does he have powers?
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be,
because Andre says he doesn't have powers and he's always going to.
No, he calls him a hack, and he says he'll never be a real hero.
Yeah, right.
But I think he's supposed to be like super investigator, because
he's the detective, more detective-y.
What
was that? There was a show with, was it Timothy Roth?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Lie to Me.
That's what it was called, yeah.
Now, I never watched it, so I wouldn't be the best judge, but I think it's supposed to be a bit of a play on that.
I watched like one episode of it, and I got really annoyed by him.
His whole thing is like, it's, what do they call them? Micro responses. Micro responses and micro expressions.
Yeah, which are completely involuntary.
Yeah, and really, really hard to detect. And it's when he's talking to the dean and he zooms in on her and talks about the adrenaline level of the sweat, and then says she's
ovulating as well, which is gross.
Yes, it is, but that's where his superpower is supposed to be, and that's why he does this investigative show. But also, that's probably why he's as high up as he is in thought, because he's going to be there. He's their polygraph, basically. Yeah,
and they're also who he probably uses. Sorry, they use him to craft their own narrative around things like Golden Boy.
Yeah, well, we see that like
he would probably
and Shahimat.
Fucking Shahimath. Come on my hump.
Come on my hump.
Come on my hump. All the guys in the pill waiting up to have
we got to hear Come on my hump in that, yeah. In Herogasm.
Yeah. Crushing her lover, poor guy. He knew what he was getting in for.
Yeah. But we should probably start the episode. Again, sorry, Tek Knight, he's just...
Yeah. Fun.
I mean, in the comics, it's hilarious.
Huey takes a shit in the floor of his cave.
Yeah.
Because he's got to go to the bathroom and he can't find him anywhere.
Like he fucks his butler in the ear. There's so much funny stuff around it in the comics, but...
He really reminds me of the Jesus Desad character as well from Preacher, who's like, you've buggered your way through all the small, or the petting zoo.
Yeah.
And he has an armadillo on a platter.
I think it's one of those things like we talked about with Lynn and Matthew and we had them on, how I wish I kind of didn't read the comics because the Stormfront reveal would have been so good. This is another moment where I'm like, I kind of wish I didn't read the comics because the whole Tek Knight thing would have just blown my mind.
But the way they did it, I think, was really cool because they do just kind of allude to these.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, and you're wondering, I was kind of like wondering because it was at that interrogation class, when he's teaching that interrogation class, and I was like, maybe it's kind of like, you know, the way Nixon used to say really inappropriate things to...
Oh, just before the cameras would
start rolling? Yeah, to make them look stupid. I was like, is it something like that where he's making slightly suggestive gestures that you'd be like, ooh, what are you doing?
I'd say he definitely does because we see it with the Dean, with the ovulating thing.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, let's start the episode. Yeah. So the episode starts with a giant ear hole.
With somebody shining a flashlight down and being like, well, maybe Sam fucked him in the head?
Like, why not like a finger? Why would you immediately...
Just 2 fingers and right...
Yeah, that would make more sense. I like how she, again, confuses the whole Greg Bob thing.
Yeah, she's like, damn it, Bob! And the guy's like...
I actually can't remember which one it is, but Greg. She gets it wrong.
It's Greg. It's because it's the same guy. When she goes, hi, Bob, he goes, I'm Greg.
Yeah.
So he's the person who fortunately got his head burrowed through.
Yeah, they're both pretty stressed out.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of blood. She finds a tiny shoe.
She does find a tiny shoe. We see the carnage outside as well.
Fucking hell, yeah. He ravaged.
I kind of wish we had got to see it, but... I'm sure we'll get it or stuff.
No, seeing the aftermath is enough, I think, with Sam, because Sam is a very sympathetic character, so having him
we don't want to see him
such a violent manner.
Yeah, I suppose we don't want to see him really.
Yeah.
It was one thing with the security guard who had already shot him.
Yeah,
but
because that was a reaction.
It's really just a kind of pick up scene from where we left off last week, but with one really interesting tidbit of information that your man Dr. Cardoso says that
he's more powerful than Golden Boy.
He's more powerful than Golden Boy, which I was like, ooh, interesting.
But he also apparently is very mentally unwell.
Yeah, and we will see that later. It'd
be interesting to see what if there's things like that make me wonder that maybe does the V exacerbate things like that?
Well.
Because a lot of them do seem to be like incredibly unstable, and a lot of them have addiction issues and things like that.
Oh yeah, no, but what I was going to say is we still haven't seen... Okay, he's mentioned the whole broken brain thing, and we see in this episode he does clearly have problems, but I'm still hung up on the first episode when he seemed to communicate with Luke.
Through the dreams.
Yeah, through the dreams, because we saw in season 3, what was his name, Mindstorm?
Yeah.
He became an absolute nut job.
Yes.
Because he just didn't want to deal with people's powers anymore.
Yeah. He just wanted some peace and quiet, poor fucker.
And other than that, the only other person we've seen with mental powers apart from Kate is Mesmer.
Yeah.
Now, he seems somewhat more balanced compared to the others.
But he was like a child actor used by Vought and then seemingly let go, and his life
after the insider trading thing.
Yeah, and his, by all accounts, his life seemed to be quite sad. And especially for me, the thing that broke my heart with Mesmer was when he was like, my daughter, she doesn't want to marry me.
No, but just
that's okay.
He compared to the others that have
he seemed fairly stable.
Kate's on a shitload of medication.
She's on fuck tons of stuff.
Mindstorm was a proper fucking looper.
Yeah.
And
he had gone he had gone like the whole hog into fucking living in a bunker.
And we don't know the extent of Sam's powers, but he also definitely has problems. So it could well be something to do with the V.
Yeah, that especially if it's something that is particularly a mental issue or like a mental controlled power.
Yeah.
Maybe the way it works fucks with their brain structure.
Yeah, I kind of wish that we had gotten to talk with the psychologist after we watched this season of Gen V. We'll have to have them, because I'm sure they're thinking the exact same thing. sitting there with the book being like, oh, I wish I had seen all of this before we wrote the book. But hey, look, there's another book in that.
No, but I love the fact that with the book, it deals, because The Boys does deal so much with PTSD and traumas and past traumas and how they're living through those now.
Yeah.
I don't think the issues that are happening in Gen V at the moment, which are very much a younger generation trying to find your place, being authentic, growing up and being expected to act like an adult but still being treated like a child. Andre very much is under the thumb of his father.
Yeah.
They are very different issues. So.
Oh yeah. By the way, the book that we are talking about, in case you didn't listen to the episode, was Soups Ain't Always Heroes. It's a book about the psychology of the characters in The Boys. We interviewed the authors, well, the editors and contributors there a little while back. You can head over and listen to it if you want. But moving on with the episode, the first we see of the guys is them finding Emma's
a big old
tracker.
crater.
Well, a big crater and Emma's tracker, and they kind of have an argument about what to do. Kate's not happy with Andre. Jordan's not happy because the new rankings are out. Andre's still number 1, and now Marie is number 2.
And she's still number 5, and she's really not happy about that.
Marie is pissed off with Jordan for being concerned with the rankings
and with Andre for getting Emma involved.
Yeah, so nobody's really happy.
Everyone's a bit pissed at each other.
Yeah, they all kind of storm off. And I'd say we'll probably skip all the Sam and Emma stuff and leave it till towards the end of the episode.
Yeah, because their stuff is all very
separate.
Similar.
So the next we see is Tek Knight's intro, which we've briefly talked about. And
his walk and talk through the campus.
Yeah, all the mentions of holes.
Oh, so many holes.
So many holes.
And like poor Dean.
Well, after he does his intro to the episode, he goes and sees Dean.
Well, she walks into the office and he's just like in there.
Yes.
Making himself a drink, I think. And it's just like, awesome.
Hooray.
Get you in. And she does, but she's like, I don't care what you do, just leave the top 5 alone.
Yeah, well, he's
like, stay away from the. I think she like does say stay away from the top 5. Which
she does, but that's
not in the top 5.
That's towards the end of the. Well, we don't know exactly who's in the top 5.
No, they always show because you get at the start when Jordan's scrolling down.
Yeah, no, but we don't know the others. Sorry, what I mean. But that's towards the end of their conversation because the start of it is him saying what he's here to do, and she says Ashley's asked me to extend every courtesy to you.
Yeah.
And he says, can we assume that the Golden Boy incident is to do with the Woods? So immediately we know he's in on the Woods as well.
He's aware of it.
And she says, yeah. And he goes, right, well, obviously we're not going to say that.
Yeah.
He says he's basically here looking for somebody to blame. And she makes mention of Ironcast, wasn't it?
I think it's Ironcast. It was like who committed suicide after you interrogated them.
Yeah, and others have a habit of ending up dead or beaten up or severely beaten. I think she's in a coma.
Because I think isn't that what happened? Somebody later on in the episode says, no, he's dangerous. Somebody else.
Yeah, and he says
somebody else. He went to interrogate someone else, and they wound up dead. Like he's not going to just interrogate you. He's going to destroy you.
Yeah,
he destroys people, and it's Jordan saying it, and they're genuinely terrified.
Oh yeah, and I mean that seems to be his reputation, and I'd say it's well known. I'd say as well that's a bit of a take a seat. Why don't you have a seat? To catch Predator guy.
Catch Predator. And a bit David Frosty as well.
He certainly likes to think of himself that way anyway.
Yeah, as like a hardcore investigative journalist when he's really kind of a bit more of a Jerry Springer.
Yeah. But
like a lot of it is for the drama.
Oh god, yeah. But he does, he basically says, look, I'm here for somebody to blame, and the Dean's like, yeah, I know, but stay away from the top 5.
Yeah.
And we move on to Kate and, Andre showing up at Kate's door, wasted.
High as fuck.
Yeah, high as fuck. And he flops on the bed and admits to her about his dad knowing about the Woods, knowing about everything.
Her reaction's really bizarre.
And cue our first issue this episode.
She storms off from the crater, she's like, we're in over our heads. And you're kind of like, oh, okay, they're going to go and inform an adult, but who can they inform? Like, because Andre's already tried to bring it up to his dad, and his dad's like, no.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that.
No, but she does. Like, I think that's his realization when she's like, no, we're in over our heads, because she seems to be the very sensible person in the group. Yeah,
well, I think as well, it's what she said at the start of the second episode when they talk about investigating it. She's like, I don't want to lose you too.
Yeah.
But her reaction about the dad, her first reaction is, maybe when he's like, he's not the man I thought he was, she's like, you don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly why he knows about it or what his deal is or anything. And we were both a bit like, well, it's a bit, why is she quick to defend him? And it's partly, you could just write it off as comforting, but we were like,
Yeah, like just because your dad knows about it doesn't mean he's involved in it, especially given now Andre doesn't say that his dad was genuinely afraid of it and warned him away from it.
Yeah.
Because that to me would have been like, no, your dad doesn't want you anywhere near this. Like, we need to back off this. This isn't good.
But we still don't know as viewers in what capacity he knows about it.
Yeah.
Like we said, he did
I
seem
think
pretty
he does
afraid.
seem to know in some sort of clandestine fashion.
I'm of the opinion at the minute that maybe he stumbled upon it by accident, and the only reason he's not been like carted away is because they're like, you're a trustee and you're pretty high profile, we can't just get rid of you, but don't fucking tell anybody.
I still think that he's been clued in so that he can be used for retrieval on occasion, because if they get out with cuffs on or anything, because they had a hard enough time running down Sam.
For me, it's what he says later as well when they go in to get interviewed by Tek Knight. Andre's dad says to him, he's like, don't fuck this up, basically. He's like, because if you do, I can't save you. Yeah,
because nobody can be saved from Tek Knight, apparently.
And again, that just I don't know, it could just be him trying to protect his son and he knows everything. But for whatever reason, I just get the vibe that maybe he might have stumbled upon it. But as you said, there is the trope of the dad being in on it all the time.
Yeah. Like, I think he's actually genuinely involved. Or, like, very much against his will.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that he's kind of been roped into this or come across this and been involved totally by means of the fact that they can blackmail him or something.
One thing that's definitely not tropey is what we get in the next scene, or rather the next two scenes, because it's when Marie goes to see fucking Rufus.
Oh, yeah. Rufinol?
Rufinol.
Oh, he's so horrible.
He is. He's just sleazy and slimy.
Like, he did the whole Chris Hansen have a seat thing too, but in a really fucked up way.
Yeah, and you can see Jordan watching and from afar and just being
why are you talking to him? Like, at least, thank God they do take notice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the second she sits down, because she goes there first to get information on Emma.
Yeah.
She's like, I hear you're a psychic or whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, astral projection.
Clairvoyance,
the whole lot. I'm assuming it's bullshit as well, that he can't. Well, he does know about the sister, actually.
Yeah, no, I think he is some sort of telepathic or something like that.
But he also has rapey powers, as we see, because as soon as she sits down,
black people out as well.
And when she comes to, she doesn't even seem fully with it either. Like,
no, she takes a second or two to come around.
And I think it's probably because of the banging on the door.
Yeah.
And
the shouting, and he's just in a dressing gown. He turns around and his lad's out.
Yeah, and he's
for
like,
all
it's
the world to see.
Not what you think. It's like, what the fuck else would it be?
Yeah.
And we see that Marie doesn't necessarily need to have an open wound to use her blood powers.
No. She unlocked a new skill.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Dick explosion.
And that thing is nasty, man. That is like a fucking peeled banana.
I mean, and another thing that I kind of want to see the behind the scenes of.
Yeah. Because I know they built a giant ear and she got to swim in it. And was like apparently thriving. Living her best life.
Well, I mean, they've built
giant dicks.
2 giant dicks.
They've built at least 2 giant dicks.
One extremely long dick.
That's like animatronic.
Yeah.
I really want to put googly eyes on it. I don't know why.
That picture of Karen Fukuhara wearing it like a scarf. So yeah, I'm assuming that they built an exploding dick.
Yeah, because it kind of reminded me of...
What could it possibly have reminded you of?
Evolution.
Okay.
Just the way it was kind of swelling up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
the way some of the bits in Evolution did that.
I thought that I was going to be like fucking miles away from you, but no, I'm on exactly the same wavelength. Yeah, I get that.
Because there was a thing in something else recently that looked like the dog thing that comes out of the wardrobe when they're like, God, your dog looks really ill.
Yeah, that was on one of our At the Movies episodes.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things in Apocalypse that's in his like zoo.
Can't remember.
In Superman's zoo, yeah.
Can't remember. But yeah, so dick explodes.
Yeah.
Jordan breaks down the door.
It looked like a really sad flower with all the petals just dangling in the breeze.
And I can only imagine how pissed off that section, and you know which section I mean, but that section of the fan hood must have been when they were like, oh, now I have to see another dick and it exploded on screen. That's horrible. No, that was fucking hilarious.
That was hilarious. And in fairness, an exploding dick is tame for this show. We had a dude explode, well, not explode in a penis.
Well, no, yeah. Well, like, he didn't explode in a penis. He
exploded out of it.
Exploded a person from starting from their penis and then through their torso. But no, this show has shown us many, many things, and an exploding cock was not outside of the realms of possibility.
No.
But yeah, so Jordan...
Very, very well deserved punishment for Rufus.
Oh God, yeah.
Because in fairness, that dick was this close to going anyway, because he spent however long hitting himself and yelling Jumanji.
Yeah.
So I'd say this was almost a relief.
And again, one of the episodes is called Jumanji, and now I'm just like, what is going to happen in that episode?
Oh no.
And I think it's the 6th episode, which would...
Are they going to call him Spider now?
Well, no, Spider had 8 penises.
Yeah.
They call me Spider because I've got 8 of something.
I'm trying to see if I can work in an octopoussoir joke as well.
Probably. But yeah, no, Jordan says that Rufus deserves it because Marie's like, should we call somebody? And she's like, fuck
no,
fuck
he's
that
an
guy.
asshole.
They kind of have it out because Jordan's like, what are you doing? Like, why
did you go to him?
Why did you go to him? Why are you trying to like, I know Emma's your friend, but like, you will get fucked. You are number 2. You can't fuck this up, kind of thing.
And she's like, I don't care. Emma's my friend, and I need to find her.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where you get the change in Jordan. Because Jordan's never had somebody like full on, like, everyone there is so obsessed with like fucking profiles and media profiles and all of this and the rankings, and Marie's not. To a degree. Like, she's been very honest about it. She's like, I'm going to take them for everything they want to give me.
Yeah.
You know, what's wrong with that? Like, you all do.
Oh, yeah, but I think that's what Jordan is saying is like, that's what you told me. Yeah. But then you're going and doing this stuff, which is going to fuck you up. And that's where Marie accuses her of being scared as well.
Yeah, she's like, you want to do this, but you're too scared to do something proper.
Yeah, and that's when she mentions as well that Tek Knight's on campus.
Yeah,
and
so
why they should be scared.
Do this.
And that's when we get our first interview there with Andre and Tek Knight.
Yeah. That is an uncomfortable interview.
They're all particularly uncomfortable.
He's just he's one of those people who he finds that spot and then goes for it.
Yeah, and you can see it when he accuses her of sleeping with Kate before Golden Boy died.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to phrase it the way he phrased it because it's just disgusting.
It's crude.
Then
he's just like dog with a bone.
Yeah, and he's the same with all of them.
Yeah.
But there's one turn that I really liked when he's interviewing Kate.
Yeah.
And she goes to take the glove off.
And yeah, when he's like, you take that glove, I'll take that glove.
You take that glove off, I'll take your hand off.
Yeah.
And there's just a switch in him. And Derek Wilson, was it? Like, bravo.
It was really was very similar to, I think it's the first season of Gotham, where you get Harvey Dent.
And it never went anywhere.
No. It was such a brilliant moment. It made me like get up and leave the room. I would, and that had it as well. I would have liked to have seen like maybe it was nice to see a little bit of the danger behind the reputation. Because I found, particularly with little Nina, I never got any follow through on her reputation. Like, I didn't get why everybody was so scared of her.
No, and we didn't see Tek Knight do anything either, but you get it from what the dean says and what other people say and how people act around him. And they did it right with him.
Yeah,
They've definitely done it right with him.
Little Nina left me with a little bit of floppy dick syndrome.
Also, when speaking just with the interviews, when he's like, "Am I in frame? Is this my frame?
Is this my frame?"
That's where he counts himself in and everything
with the really smug point to his face. I did enjoy that. I like the fact that like he's this kind of really fun professional kind of facade over this really fucking sinister, because he's got not kind of a shitty power. But he's
made the most of it.
Yeah, he's milking it for all he's worth. Fucking Kris Jenner must be his manager. Like,
you see it even when he's talking to Jordan and to Kate as well. Just the kind of the sinister of it and the smarm of it as well. When Andre storms off and he's like, "We'll put it together in the edit.
We'll get it in post."
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
We also get Tek Knight referring to Kate as having been one of the most powerful students on campus.
And that she changed from crime fighting.
Q bit number 2.
Yes, and that she changed from crime fighting to superhero management. And she's like, yeah, I was going to manage Golden Boy's career so that we could be together. Because obviously if they were both in the crime fighting, they would get split up based on assignment. Yeah,
and I believe her reasoning there.
It would also probably be a lot better for her mental health.
Yeah,
to not be in the field and in the public eye and having to injure herself that the way using her powers seems to do.
Yeah. And
also with her powers being his manager, that's the best place for them.
Oh God, yeah. You know what I mean?
Like,
yeah, you know what I mean?
Don't shake hands with
Yeah, sign this contract. Let's shake on it.
Yeah, like she's basically like a crossroads demon at this point.
But I believe that she did transfer so that she could be his manager and that they were going to be together forever, and that's what she believed. But it's just him saying that she's as powerful as she is. We're just lending more credence to us being like, they probably are using her in some way for the Woods. Yeah. That was our second moment this episode.
That she's being used in some way. Like she's going to be there, like, because Golden Boy was in the woods. Yeah. That maybe having somebody like her who can manipulate him as her, like, is she his handler? Yeah. Almost. Is she being groomed to be his handler?
Well, yeah, I'm hoping we get a lot more answers in episode 5. Yeah. Because the first few episodes have been giving us information, but each time they give us more, it's like, but now I have more questions. Yeah. But Tek Knight's not done with his questions because he's still got Marie to interview. Yeah. But he does that in class.
Well, he interviews Jordan.
Yeah, I was saying that the Jordan, Andre and Kate interviews are kind of
similar. I thought it was an interesting choice that Jordan showed up to the interview as boy Jordan. Because presumably girl Jordan, Tek Knight will like try and intimidate the fuck out of. Well, also girl Jordan being much smaller appears much more vulnerable.
Oh yeah, and also I was going to say boy Jordan's power is invulnerability. Yeah. And I would imagine that they kind of take that as a emotional, you know what I mean? Like when they appear as boy Jordan, they feel stronger in every sense, not just physically. And that that's probably why they've done that. Like. Yeah. Could be. And when we see, before we see Marie's interview, we see the dean kind of ambushing her at the start of class. And you didn't come for lunch.
Desperate-y stalker way. It was like fucking Super Sally's
Susie Stalker fan. Is that what you were looking for?
I don't care. It was weird and creepy. It was like, why are you so fucking obsessed with me? Calm down. Like,
well, they both know why. Yeah.
And Jordan's behind her making like danger eyes because she knows what's going on.
Yeah, and I mean Marie deals with it well enough because she's like, oh well, I didn't show up. A, I didn't realise we were supposed to be doing this thing every day, and B, I've got all this classwork. Like,
so if you can do something about that, that would be great. And she's like, oh yeah, well you live with the girl that gets tiny, don't you?
Yeah, she's like, why?
And she's like, oh, she's been missing class. Like it's a good cover. She's been missing class, and we're just a little bit concerned. And she's like, oh no, she's been staying at some fella's gaff. Like I don't really.
Yeah, it's not...
Like, because basically she hasn't been seen since the gala at this point.
Yeah, she's got cover, but it's not great.
No.
But her lucky streak is that she has 2 secrets to keep. Because when we were watching Tek Knight interview her, and he gets that info out of her about, at the very end of the interview, when she cracks and she says that Jordan was the one who fought. I was like, she's so lucky she has that secret too.
Yeah, that she can be like, here you go, and then tells the truth, essentially.
Yeah, because Tek Knight does just basically crack her open. Yeah. And it's horrible because she's in front of the whole class.
Obviously, he calls her powers like wildly unhygienic or something.
Well, yeah, I think it's unsanitary.
Yeah.
And
because fucking Polarity was like, "Wow, she has HIV."
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. Yeah,
he's like, "Wow, she has HIV."
She got HIV. It's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Like, okay.
But yeah, he refers to them as unsanitary or something like that. I love the bit at the end of that after Marie comes out and says that Jordan was the one who stopped Golden Boy and kind of runs out of the class, and Tek Knight's like, oh well, whatever. He starts giving like selfies with the people.
Yeah.
You're mad. The first guy that comes up to him is like, oh, it's such an honour, and his response is, isn't it though?
Yeah, he's such a dick.
Oh, he's so fucking good.
But he does it in a way that's like really smarmy, because there's this like Nina Simone. Apparently that was very famously Nina Simone's response with somebody was like, you're Nina Simone, and she just go, yes I am. But in like a really, like her beautiful, beautiful voice.
Oh like, yeah, not in a dicky way.
Not in a dicky way, just in a, yes I am. Like, and being proud of herself and being like, oh, you recognized me? Thank you. Like, whereas he's like, I'm the fucking shit.
Yeah.
I hang out with finance bros.
But
I do my own body weight in cocaine every weekend.
Oh, that much I'd say is definitely
I
true.
Recreationally inject heroin on the weekends.
But just once a month.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Yeah, he's interviewed pretty much all the ones that we care about.
Yeah.
And he's made up his mind and he goes to see the dean.
And he's like, I can't, there's not a patsy in the bush.
Yeah. And he's like, you're right, I shouldn't have gone after top 5 because, they're earners and I can go after you.
Because you're replaceable.
Yeah, you're replaceable and you're just a human, which is the other reason I'm pretty damn sure he's a soup.
Yeah, because that is some just a human hating going on.
And he's like, yeah, look, you're going down, and look, it's probably better for you to go down this way. Because
if they find out that you've lost Sam.
Yeah, he's like, I know you lost Sam. I've known since the start. And
I noticed he never said his fucking surname. Nobody said...
No, nobody else I think has said it
except for Cameron Coleman.
Good old Cameron Coleman.
And he got it right.
Yes, but yeah, he picks up a donut and fingers it as he walks out of the
office. He kind of looks at it longingly.
And I think she's like,
Oh, she's known for a while.
Before we get to the two of them having it out.
I wonder that, did she go running to Ashley to say he's targeting them, and Ashley would have been more than happy to furnish her with some of that information? Because if he's killing some of their assets, or at least damaging assets, maybe is a good way to,
No, because it doesn't take him down, and I'd imagine he was sent there in the first place to create a narrative.
And the narrative of Courtney Fortney.
Maybe. But, a narrative of sometimes it's just a tragedy isn't a great one for the company.
No.
So, I'd say that's just the Dean just trying to protect herself. I don't think Ashley would have been in on it.
Yeah.
And as we've said, he's just doing it everywhere, so no wonder he's gotten caught.
Yeah, like broad daylight, like not even a bit of discretion.
Yeah, but before we get to see them kind of have it out, we see Andre wrecking his dad's statue.
Yeah, he crushes his head. That seems to take him a lot of effort.
It does.
I'm none of your classes seem to be, training your powers.
Well, no, but we know that from experience in the main show. Nobody gets training on their powers.
Yeah, it's just like, here you go, here's your powers, off you go.
Yeah, and
I think it's just why Annie has such good control on hers, because she actually trains.
Yeah, and the only classes we've seen so far have been like media, branding and like corporate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd probably not.
Because I'm like, how do you expect them to go out and do things when you're not even teaching them how to use their powers properly, or how to control them properly, or strengthen them up? Because like that took way, like, for what he can do. But like even like with what happened in the bar where he lost control over it.
Yeah.
So because somebody else bumped into me, it's like, well, then you should be like, you're going to be out actively in a like with the public.
Oh yeah, like it's
there's no such thing as fucking casualty fucking minimizing or anything like that.
And yeah, he would be really easy to incapacitate because you just have to do it the same way they did to Kimiko's brother. Just tie his hands up.
Yeah. Whack him on the head.
Yeah, or while he's doing something, just throw a rock at his arm and then he'll go, whoa, like he did to that poor girl. Yeah, he doesn't...
Because he's all like, oh my god, that fucker bumped into me. And it's like, yeah, dude, that happened.
I'd imagine a lot of his ranking is less to do with his powers and more to do with his...
surname.
Positioning. But yeah, he crushes the statue and Kate shows up.
And he's like, do you think they'll know it's me?
Yeah, and they just kind of have a little bit of a moment. And she's like, I wish I could help. And he's like, I don't really want you to do anything. I just want you to be here.
Yeah.
And that's all we get from them before we get to see the showdown between the Dean and Tek Knight.
Ugh. So good.
Yeah, where he's like, meeting me out here in the woods where there's no cameras or anything. You want to give me a blowjob? I don't think it'll change my mind, but
it's so
work away.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to try.
And, she removes that smugness so quickly.
Yeah. Did you recently
visited John Hopkins University, or their brain specialist?
Yeah, and it's like, you have a tumour.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's why you're experiencing the unusual proclivities. And the way she paused, I looked at you and we were both like, she's going to say sexual proclivities.
Yeah.
She said unusual. I was disappointed.
Well, they are unusual.
They are unusual.
It's very Project Blind Boy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a reference for like
5.
Nobody. Nobody who listens to this podcast anyway.
Well worth a read.
Oh god, yeah. Anything Clive Barker.
Yeah.
But I think some of Derek's finest acting comes when...
Oh, he's doing the exit monologue?
No, when he realises she's got the drop on him.
And he's like, she's got a compilation of his greatest hits, and she hits play, and I nearly fucking died. Yeah, I was screaming. Because that's what I'd been waiting on. I'd been waiting on... I was like, they were like, as soon as she was like, you have a large mass in your brain, I was like, he's got a fuck shit.
Yep. Yeah, and we got it.
And it's so
funny.
The donuts. So good,
but then...
It's the donuts, then like a log, then a car like a fuel nozzle. Again, dick damage.
Vacuum cleaner.
The vacuum cleaner looked really painful. The
traffic cone.
No, it's like a little sports cone. It's like one of those ones. That's hilarious because he's in. Why is he like over it like that? Like, it's light. He could have just held it up. It just looks like a really uncomfortable position. Not like
with the
traffic cone, like with the log, it makes sense. He's lying on it.
No, the way with the vacuum cleaner and he's like kind of scooting around nearly on the floor. Yeah,
but the cone in particular, I was like, you were going to pile a muscle in your back doing that, buddy.
Yeah, and then obviously the one at the end. It's just so good.
With the hand dryer.
Yeah.
It's a good job it wasn't like one of them Dyson Airblade ones.
But he sees his greatest hits and his face, the way his face changes, and then the meek little voice of, well, what you want me to do? And the dean's like, just fuck off. Find something else to blame it on that isn't me and isn't the students.
Yeah.
And we see Tek Knight signs off here. And he's just like, sometimes a tragedy is just a tragedy.
And a rather attractive knot in a tree catches his attention.
Yeah, and he's like, after he signs off, he's like, can I get a minute?
Yeah, like literally, dude, no impulse control.
No.
Whatsoever.
No, yeah, you were going to get caught several times.
And you ain't gonna die like you did in the graphic novels, fucking asteroid, in your mind.
Yeah.
Isn't that it? He ends up like hallucinating that
he hallucinates that
he flies up to the moon or something.
Flies up and destroys an asteroid that's got a vagina in it.
And everyone's like, you're a hero, Tek Knight.
Yeah, and it's like a big self-sacrifice thing. And
in truth, isn't he like driving and he crashes into a wall? He has like a massive aneurysm.
No, he has the aneurysm, which is what's causing him to do all the fucking. And while he's having
we forgot about the skull as well, because she has the great line of, what is it with the skull fucking?
The skull in her, I think it's in her office.
Yeah, right in through the Foreman Magnum. Like, no, dude. And I just like the fact that she's like, what is with the skull fucking? Like, why do you all do it?
The corn episode of South Park when the two mortuary
with the jar of mayonnaise?
And they're explaining to Kyle's mom what's happened to her.
Yeah, because somebody's dug up their grandmother or something.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all of the on-campus Tek Knight stuff. It's just the Sam and Emma stuff.
Yeah, so they've left. They found the chip that's covered in blood, which is why Maria's freaking out.
Yeah.
Emma's still little.
Yeah, we cut to them in a dingy ass, what we find out is a
closed
drive-through theatre place.
That he used to go to with
Luke.
And
he's worried he's crushed Emma because she's still small.
Well, she's a little bit bigger.
But yeah, she's a tiny little bit bigger.
Because the top is just that little bit shorter. She has to tell him that Luke's dead. Because he's like, we need to find Luke, And she's like, oh, fuck, I have to tell you.
Yeah, but we get to see Emma do a superhero landing when she goes to
when she jumps off the counter.
After she's told him that Luke's dead and he's on the floor in bits.
Yeah. And he's like, you'll leave me because everyone who's nice leaves me. Which is so fucking
Yeah, she comes over and tells him, no, I won't leave.
Yeah.
That's
she's
all
like, I literally burrowed through a dude's brain. Like,
yeah.
I'm still covered in it. Like, you could have at least popped me in the sink first, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what comes in the next scene, because when we next cut back to them, the two of them are kind of opening up together. She's big again, and
she's eating something, and he's like, "Hey," and she's like, "Yeah, this is like regular size me. This is how it works."
And my glory or something like that.
Yeah, and he's in like overalls, and he just point out, he's like, "Why do you do that?" And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Every time I say something nice, you like."
Your voice gets all twisty, is how he phrases it. And yeah, he kind of says, no, like, you're awesome. And I think you're awesome. And I'm the weirdo. And they have a back and forth about who's kind of weirder. And not who's weirder, but like how they're both messed up. And he talks about having, what if I had like 50 nipples?
No, what if it was
giant nipple?
Yeah, no, what if it was just one giant nipple under here? And she was like, what, just like one that like takes up your whole chest?
Yeah, and he's like, no or maybe like 50. And she's like, I'm low-key into it.
And then he starts to hear...
Yeah, he goes off to get some food.
Starts to hear the voices.
We don't hear them, but we can tell he's clearly hearing voices. Something on the TV is talking to him.
It's probably like Vaughty Street.
Yeah.
Like, it's that vibe. There's a big letter K. He's sitting on a brick wall. There's a live action person.
Yeah.
And a felt deep. With talking gills.
The gills were a touch too far for me.
Yeah.
Could have done without the close-up on them. I mean, it was kind of funny, I suppose.
I just liked him being like, no, TV's Jason Ritter.
Yeah, I just love when people get referred to as TV's whoever. It started with Archer and TV's Michael Gray.
Yeah, and that's
Billy Batson.
Like,
Shazam! But no, it's TV's Jason Ritter.
Who looks so much like his dad. Unbelievably like his dad.
And we get a little bit of info. Not much, it's really only the name.
It's like, oh, you have to go and kill the doctor?
Yeah, you have to go and kill the doctor because he hurt you and he'll bring you back and he'll take the nice person that you now like away from you.
Yeah.
And Sam is quite literally torn internally.
Yeah.
Between the two, between killing or like going off to do the killing and like
leaving Emma and trying to be a better person, or like at least not the person that he thinks she wants.
Yeah, well, I think it certainly seems like he seems to think that like giving in to, because he's like, no, TV's Jason Ritter, go away. Like he doesn't want to do whatever the hallucinations are telling him to do. That seems to be the kind of good Sam. And then when we see, to skip ahead a little bit, when he's in Cardosa's house, it's the same kind of thing of...
Very, very calculated. Almost like he's arguing with himself.
Yeah.
So when he does something, though, it's very decisive. But up until that decision is made, he's almost confused.
Yeah, and we see that with when Emma comes into him and...
she can't hear, trying to calm him down.
Yeah, she's like, who are you talking to? And he's like, can't you see them? Like, they're right there. And he gets kind of a little bit angry with her. And then it's almost like he realises that he's gotten angry with her. And he's like, no, sorry, kind of thing.
But she's very much like, what can I do? What are they saying? How can I help?
Yeah.
Like, you need to tell me so I can help you.
Yeah, and I think it's a bit of a realisation from her as well of, oh, he's not just joking about being crazy and having been in mental institutions. Like he actually is. But in fairness to her, she does still try her best to help him. Like,
and he's like, no, get away from me. I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
And legs it.
Yeah, well, jumps it.
Yeah.
Because
she's kind of left stood there being like,
bouncing
off. What do I do now?
Well, she decides to go back to campus.
Yeah, well, where else are you going to go?
Yeah, but she ends up interrupting something that we haven't talked about just yet, which is...
Well, Jordan comes over to Marie's to basically fight with her about everything that just happened in the Tek Knight interrogation class.
Yeah, she's like, I didn't want you to do that. And Marie's like, well, no, actually, you've asked me several fucking times to do exactly that.
So, like, now everyone knows. And
but Jordan's response of, but not like that. Why do you keep doing the dumb thing? And Marie just going... fuck.
Yeah.
And like this realisation of, I do keep doing the dumb thing, don't I?
It's like, you're smart. No, that's it. She's like, you just keep doing the dumb thing. She's like, you just keep doing things wrong. You can't do this.
You do the right thing at the wrong time or the wrong way.
Yeah. And she's just like, fuck, you're right, I could do. But in fairness, she doesn't know how to negotiate this world. She's like, 2 weeks in?
Yeah, and they do, they kind of have it out a little bit, and then they kiss and make up.
Yeah. And I was very happy. I was a little bit upset that she turned into Boy Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm also, like, very down for Boy Jordan as well, especially when Boy Jordan talks.
I just had a little bit of a... It's not that I don't like it. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing or anything. It's just, it was the first moment in any of the 4 episodes where I went, oh yeah, I'm watching a teen drama.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really had that kind of romance stuff. And
it's very much the enemies to lovers of even I'm mad at you, but I also fancy you.
Yeah, but
you aggravate me. It's that.
The Kate and Andre stuff, I was like, that's natural, understandable. They're both grieving, and that like they're both very close.
Grief response.
I was like, the Sam and Emma stuff was only starting in this episode.
Yeah, you've had a little bit of it.
Yeah, there was a hint of it last week with some flirting and banter. And this week they were kind of going into it, so I was like, okay, fair enough. This is going to be our relationship of the show, whatever happens with Kate and Andre. And then in the same episode they introduced this one, and I was a bit like, oh yeah, teen drama. Mm-hmm. There's going to be lots of couplings. I'm just going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, but
I'm not against it. It was just oh yeah, I'm watching a teen drama. That there's going to be lovin's. Yes. But before lovin's can happen with them two, Emma bursts in.
Emma walks in and is like, oh fuck!
Yeah, holy shit. A lot is happening.
Yeah, and she's still kind of covered in blood and crap.
Yeah.
And she's like, Sam's gotten away, he's going to kill this, or he's going after this doctor dude.
Dr. Cardosa, and Jordan's like,
hey,
I know there.
Yeah, they used to work with Brink, I actually know where they live. So they presumably rally the troops and head off there to try and
the next we see is
off Sam. So we got Dr. Cardosa, who works down in the lab with the bloke with the beard.
Yeah.
Who pulling into his house, being like, "Oh my god, is that my mom's spaghetti sauce?"
Yeah.
And then he finds his partner and their son being held hostage.
Is it a daughter?
I wasn't really paying that close attention.
High pitched. I don't really care about kids.
You don't really see them.
No.
It's like there's the initial them being held hostage, and then he very much pulls focus.
Yeah, he does a good job of it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, like, the fact that just the way that's done, where he's like, no, look at me, Sam, look at me.
Yeah.
And then when Sam gets when he lashes out and breaks the table, he uses that opportunity to be like, run. Look at me, Sam, look at me. And I like how that's done. And then
the rest of them
show up.
Well, Andre slams him with the fridge freezer.
Yeah, which doesn't really do much.
No, but we also get to see how strong Boy Jordan is as well in this scene. Far more, because Andre gets fucking they were like trying to calm him down, and he's like, I know you fucking helped catch me, and they're like, we're really sorry, we didn't know.
Yeah.
But
well, it's Andre he's like, well, we're the ones who kind of helped break you out because Luke told us to, like.
But he doesn't say that until after, but Marie's like, we didn't know, and he's like, I know. He says it to Andre as well. He's like, I know you. And then Kate says something, and he's like, don't you fucking touch me, Kate. And it's real sharp, and it's like he doesn't have any confusion. He knows her voice.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's straight away, he's like, don't you fucking touch me.
That's the last bit that made us be like,
why?
Ooh. Like, we did see it happen in the flashback at Sage Grove. But it's just something about his delivery that it feels like he's talking about a more recent event or more than once.
Yeah.
I don't think, for whatever reason,
I don't think a memory from 3 years prior
wouldn't make him do it so quick. It would have taken a couple more seconds for him to be like, oh no, you stay back.
Yeah.
He would, but it's
it was
straight away. And
immediate.
Again, we're just like, is she involved? Well, she is. We just don't know whether or not she knows.
Yeah. But so he lashes out again. Andre goes into the fireplace.
Well, yeah, it's because of what Andre says.
Yeah.
He is starting to calm down a little bit, and then he argues with himself, and Andre, like a fucking idiot, is like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Or something to that effect, like, how messed up is this guy?
You know that his brother was like, had severe mental health issues.
And obviously that pisses Sam off. Yeah, so they all kind of throw down.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, it's okay for somebody who's like mentally unstable to call themselves crazy and joke about it. And it's about and it's something that, you might do with close friends. It's not something like that if somebody else, just a random person, was like, they're crazy. No, you're
especially not in that situation.
Yeah, no, that like he's had like horrific things happen.
Well, he I would imagine he learns his lesson, because Sam throws him about the room.
Yep.
Marie holds him for a short bit, which is impressive considering we know how strong he is.
But we also see him turn her powers back on herself. He's able to manipulate those blood ropes and pull her.
Yeah. He seems to burst them as well.
Well, I think once he knocks her over, she loses her connection with it.
And then, Jordan steps in and does a better job against Sam than they did against Golden Boy.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting. And in the meantime, Emma's stuffing her face with spaghetti.
Yeah, Emma's run off, found the meatballs and spaghetti, and is just going to town.
Yeah.
Because she was like, what can I do? What can I do? What can you do? And I was like watching her eat, and I was like, can she get bigger?
Oh, that was we were all like,
oh! Big, Emma? Emma gets big? This is fantastic. Why hasn't she done this before? Why are they not letting her do this? Oh, she's very naked. Again.
Yeah. Again, with the whole clothes issue of having to make her own clothes.
Yeah, getting big.
But yeah, because they all go outside and
except Kate,
try and get him to calm down again. And that's where Andre says, we did try. We were actually trying to help you.
Yeah, and then Emma comes like charging out and like
again. I can't remember what somebody says something that gets him angry again. He's ready to fight, and Emma bursts out and like holds him down.
Yeah, and she's like, "I'm here. I'm not going to let you go.
I'm here. I'm not going to leave you." And then everything goes black.
Well, Marie's like, well, I promise we'll protect you. I promise.
Yeah, Marie.
And it's a totally different blackout to the one that Rufus does to her. Because when Rufus blacks her out, it's like there's a red flicker.
Yeah. And
this is just a straight blank.
And I think possibly even like one frame of an image or something.
With
Rufus, yeah. But this is just
blank. And Marie wakes up with Jordan tucked up to her in the bed.
Yeah.
To the opening of Missy Elliott. Which works so well with her facial expressions, the way that goes. She's like, ooh.
But
okay.
We watched that and then we rewatched it, and as we were rewatching it, we were talking about our Kate theory, and we were like, wait a second.
Kate's not in the garden.
Kate's able to
do that.
After we see Kate come up and Sam tell her to fuck off, we don't see her. I think you might see her once more inside the house, but when they all go out into the garden, you do not see her at all.
So she's inside with the doctor.
Well, we don't know. but she's not outside with them. And yeah, so we're like, was that her?
Yeah, I think it might have been her.
Well, yeah, what happened? That one, yeah, with the other, all the endings so far of the episodes have been good and have been like cliffhangery, not cliffhangery, but like full of suspense. This one I've just been like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because we get Marie waking up with Jordan looking very, very pleased with herself, as she should.
And then very confused.
Well, it's more like, ooh.
But is the confusion, why am I waking up beside her when the last thing I remember is what we saw? Or is the confusion of just like...
Who knows? Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
How did I pull this off?
Yeah. And then we get the wonderful last images of Tek Knight.
Yep.
And the wall-mounted hand dryer.
Yep. And that's the episode.
It's a really good episode.
It
does feel very short, but I think it does... Because it's all very short and snappy and Tek Knight's very like... on the ball, go, 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 man in suit. I have, oh my God, it's fucking embossed in bone. Like, he very much is.
Yeah.
I was saying this actually off air. I was like, him and Donnie, when Donnie snaps and blows out his eardrums.
Yeah.
It's very similar energy.
But yeah, no, I think the way the narrative ran in this episode with Tek Knight being the focus and involving all the students throughout, it just felt like it moved a lot quicker because it was the same length as any of the other episodes.
It is. I was a little bit like, it's over.
Yeah, it didn't feel lackluster or anything like that. It just felt short. And that's not a bad thing. It just feels like a short episode.
There was a couple of episodes of The Boys that were very much like that. They were very short and they felt very short, but even though they had quite a lot in them. And it was just the way that they were paced.
The Boys episodes tend to be that bit longer. They're an hour. Yeah. So maybe it's just that the first couple of episodes were so packed they felt longer. And now we're just like, oh, I'm missing those extra 10 minutes. But not missing it so much that I couldn't enjoy the rest of the episode because, it was another fantastic episode.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this episode.
There wasn't a huge amount of, like, character stuff like the last episode. It was more just, I feel like it was more just moving the relationships along a little bit.
Yeah, it was like getting Sam out and like weird shit that happens on campus that they have to deal with. Because you've still got the vault machine working in the background. So, they're going to have, like we had the Think Brink Gala in the last episode.
I think it's just the end. Not that nothing happens in this episode, but where we sit at the end of this episode, we're in much the same position as we were at the end of the last episode, except for... all 6 of them, well, they at least were together before whatever happens in the blackout.
Yeah, because I'm really interested to see where Emma and Sam are going to wake up.
Yeah, that's it. But up, because the end of the last episode, it was, they had already broken out. Yeah. The 4 of them just didn't know where they were.
Yeah.
And...
they found everybody, but now they all seem to be, like, because Marie didn't seem to be that worried. So... and,
I suppose, and now the Dean does have her suspicions about...
well, she found that tiny shoe.
Yeah. But, I'm hoping we get a little bit more info on the next episode.
Like, the doctor's going to tell her exactly who was there. Because they're going to have to neutralise them all. Because they all know about the woods.
Well, we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
All we know is they were there. Emma was doing her best to contain Sam. And... she was actually doing an excellent job containing him by being giant. Well, yeah, I just say doing her best because we don't know what happened after.
Yeah, well, she was full on calming him down.
Yeah. Cannot wait to watch the next episode.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, going to be really, really interesting. Still really enjoying it. I imagine I'm going to enjoy the rest of the season.
Yeah, and we've just gotten confirmation of a season 2. Which
as we record,
which is amazing.
News. Yeah,
now, they would just at time of recording this, the SAG after strikes are still going on.
Yeah.
So hopefully for season 2, they're going to have the contracts they deserve.
Yes,
because they're all incredible.
Oh no, I am. I'm really loving the cast. I'm really loving the cast.
Asa, I'm going to have to find an interview with him to find out how you pronounce his first name.
Who?
Sam.
Yes.
He really does give me Daniel Sharman vibes.
Yeah, you were saying that the last episode.
It really does.
No, the cast are all great, and the writing is as good as ever. And
he just, it's something about the expression that he has. He does the big innocent eyes really well. The big, not puppy doggy, but like, I don't mean to be like this.
Oh yeah, no, like we did.
Expression.
His performance in this episode was really, really good, particularly any of that kind of stuff.
Like, really, when he was shouting at the TV, and that really, really fucking broke my heart.
But we shall move on to the next episode.
Yeah.
And we will be back in a short amount of time with that one. But in the meantime, if you want, you can head back and listen to any of our previous episodes or our other podcast, Mono Rants at the Movies. Or you can come and chat with us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, guys. Chat soon. Bye bye.